From the Department of Television and Radio at Brooklyn College in New York and KRCB Public Television in Roanoke Park, California, welcome to American Music. We discuss the full panorama of American music from our earliest colonial days through live and archival performances and through storytelling. Today's guests are the quintessential storytellers through music. They tell the stories of life to children, and they are Keith Horton and Barbara Cecil. Welcome to the show.
Randall.
Hey.
Hi, Randall.
It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
exciting.
us.
Yeah, it's my
today.
good friends, and it's wonderful since we did this years ago, this program years ago, and we're here again, and it's just a joy, really a joy. Well, we're going to begin with Green Golly. Now, this is a character that they have created who is a wonderful vehicle for telling stories to children through music. And we have a CD, Green Golly and Her Golden Flute, so we will see more about that in a little bit. But for right now, Keith, Barbara, tell us about Green Golly and Her Golden Flute, of course.
Well, you know, when Barbara and I first met, first place, Barbara's a fabulous classical flutist. And when we first met, we talked about creating something that would introduce children to classical music. And we went through some horrible stages, doing some really bad things.
This is true.
And then one day,
You mean musically?
theatrically,
Creative.
Or theatrically, or
musically.
creative? Okay, if you, okay.
Well, you know, there's always, you know, stops when it comes to creativity.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, one day Barbara said to me, "What about Rapunzel? She's stuck in the tower with nothing to do all day long.
But practice.
Well,
Why couldn't that be? Wouldn't that be a great way of introducing kids to classical music?" So that's how Green Golly came into being. And people always ask me, why Green Golly? Well, Green Golly's not really Rapunzel. She's a different girl in a different tower.
Okay.
And see, what people don't know is in those days, you know, during the time of fairy tales,
yes.
there were towers all over the countryside, you know, and you know, so Ethel had a tower and Clarice had a tower. You know, if you were bad, your parents put you in the tower.
That's right.
Or,
That's right.
you know, or if your parents were bad, they put you in the tower. And so, but also Rapunzel, the reason Rapunzel is called Rapunzel, and a lot of people don't know this, is she was named after the greens that she was traded for. The Rampion greens, also known as Rapunzel, and that's how she got her name.
Yes.
And as I was writing the piece, the name Green Golly came to me, and it stuck. And so that's how Green Golly came into being.
That's how it came to being. And as we put it together, because we wanted to give children an opportunity to hear classical music and to hear pieces that they could relate to.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time trying to find different pieces that would reflect different emotional states, but were also really sort of popular classical pieces. And so every piece in Green Golly is something that is great and wonderful, but also might be something that you know, you might have heard somewhere else.
Yes, right. So it's that introduction to classical music, and again, it is on this great CD, which, by the way, is a Parents' Choice Award Gold winner. This is wonderful. This is a national award. Tell us about that award. This is the symbol of it, and you'll see that a bit later on the show. But what is this award?
It's an award. It's a gold award. You
It's
know, everybody wants a gold medal, right? In fact, but the funny thing is, I didn't really want anything to do with it. You know, Barbara said to me,
We're going to do it.
"We're going to, you know, that means competition.
That's what I
I've got to
wondered, yeah.
enter."
I thought
you
that's
know,
what you meant.
no, and I refused to do it, but she
But
did
I
it
did
anyway.
it.
She submitted it anyway.
And then we forgot
And
about
you didn't
it.
know?
No, I knew she did it,
Oh,
but then I
okay.
forgot about it. And
Oh.
then one day,
One
As
day,
the fairy tale goes.
one day, I realized that I was reading online about other people who had gotten their awards, and I
Yes.
thought, how could we not have won this award? So I went online to their site, and I'm going through all the awards, and I go there, and there's 4 categories, and I'm going, and we're not there, and I'm going. God, we're
The
not
bottom-
there.
the lower
and I'm
categories, but-
going, and we're not there. And finally, I get to the 4th category, the gold category, and there we were.
the funny thing was, I was indisposed at the time.
Oh.
And I hear this voice from the other room going, Keith, we won, we want to go, we want to go, we want to go.
Don't go any farther, Keith. Say no more now.
Say no more.
That's great.
Just trying to keep it real, Randall.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The real thing about the Green Golly Project is that it's an entry point for kids.
Yeah.
To get kids excited about music
Yeah.
and keep them excited.
That's great.
About it. And we don't do it just through the CD.
Right.
We do it through our live performances, through our sheet music, through our Green Golly entry-level flute.
Which we will see more of later.
That we're going to see
yeah,
more of.
And hear from later.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And through as many entry points as we can possibly come up with along the way.
Yes. This includes an animation project.
Yes, there's an animation project.
That's sort of on the hush-hush right now.
That's a
Well, we
little-
didn't say that, folks. There's
an
animation project. Though.
There's an off-Broadway show.
Bravo.
In May.
Ah.
And what else is there? There's a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is called
Green Golly and Her Golden Flute.
And Her Golden Flute.
Yes, with the illustrations, by the way, are by Suzanne Langelier-Labida.
Labida, and they are beautiful,
Yeah, they
as we
are.
see now as
They're
they're going by.
Yeah, they're
This is
really
the new
good.
book. So we have the CD that you've created and produced, and I might say that we did that together as
We
a
did.
part of this
We
American
did.
Music Project,
Yes,
which is
Randall actually produced the CD.
along with them. Yay, yay. No, just kidding. Okay, then you have the flute, and you have the book, and then
Sheet music.
sheet music, and other media projects. Again, I won't mention the animation. So
Yeah, let's not mention the
we won't
animation.
mention the animation,
Uh-uh.
but that's a great idea. So anyway, so I'm getting a sense of what's important to you about why to do storytelling through music for children. Now, let's get a bit more. You talked about the importance of, excuse me, Green Golly as it connects to Rapunzel. And the story is that she does what? What happens to her?
Well, here's the thing. You know that Rapunzel couldn't wait to get out of the tower,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Well, Green Golly is so enthusiastic about life that everything that whizzes by her tower window inspires her to sing. Except she's got a terrible voice. So the witch gives her a flute, a golden flute. And since she's stuck in the tower with nothing to do all day, she practices until she becomes an amazing flutist.
Yes.
And all of the things that happen to her inspire her to play great classical music. And of course, Rapunzel, the other girl in the other tower, she was rescued by the prince.
Yes.
But Green Golly's too busy practicing. So when the prince comes by, she doesn't hear him.
Practice room.
No. Ultimately, though, she escapes the tower. She goes on tour. The prince, you'll never believe this, the prince marries the witch. And they hire Green Golly to play for their wedding. No, I know you're all wondering, why would the prince marry the witch, right?
Yep.
Well, you know, as in all fairy tales,
Yep.
once Green Golly escapes the tower, she's wandering through the forest. But she's gone. But the prince comes back, and he's wandering through the forest, and he passes by the tower, and he's hoping to find that music.
Right.
But there's no music because she's gone on tour.
Yeah, right.
And he gets off his horse, and he goes over to the tower, and there's this note on the tower. And the note says,
Gone on tour. For more information, visit my website, www.greengollyandhergoldenflute.com.
Bravo, bravo.
So, as the disappointed prince gets back on his horse, the old witch comes out.
Yeah.
And she looks at the prince. And she reads the note. Gone on tour. I deserve more. I deserve love. I deserve a second chance. And so, being a witch, she turns herself into a beautiful young maiden. I should have thought of this years ago. And so when the prince sees her, she's beautiful. He falls madly in love with her. That's how they meet.
That's fabulous. That is really great. Well, we need to hear some music. We've got to hear some music. Vlotek the Gypsy is one of the characters in the story. Now, very briefly, how does he get to hear her music? How does she see him? And then can you play Vlotek's
Well, we're
song?
going to do this little part leading in, starting from Flight of the Bumblebee.
Ah, yes, Rimsky-Korsakov.
Yes.
So it'll be self-explanatory.
You'll see.
Usually
Bravo.
we're standing up,
Bravo.
you know, and sort of costumed, but
Ta-dum-tum.
not today.
Ta-dum-tum, ta-dum-tum. Here we go. Yep.
Well,
That's beautiful, Barbara.
as
Yes,
the
yes.
bumblebee flew out the window, he turned around to Green Golly and he said, "Wow, that was really good."
Thanks.
Who wrote it?
Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov.
Oh, of Korsakov. Bye.
Bye.
Well, the next day, it might have been the next year, nobody really knows. As Green Golly was tooting her flute by sunset, there appeared outside her window what might have been a band of gypsies. Hello there! You there! Up in tower! That is great tune you got there! I thought maybe you'd like to join my gypsy band and see the world. What do you say? Green Golly's heart leapt with delight. This could be her big chance. She ran to the window. She looked down, and what she saw was an ugly little man with a big guitar.
Where's the band, little man?
Band? Oh, there is not exactly band. It's just me and Suzetska.
Suzetska? I don't see anyone.
Oh, well, Suzetska is what I call guitar. Anyway, I thought maybe you'd like to play a tune or two with me. What's your name?
My name is Green Golly.
Green Golly? Oh, this is very nice. I like this green. It's very golly. It's green. It's I like it. It's very... Oh, I'm so sorry. I forget to introduce myself for you. I am Flotek, the gypsy.
Happy to meet you, Vlotek. The gypsy.
Happy to meet you, Grengalushka.
Well, what would you like to play?
Do you know a little tune called Habanera? It's from Carmen by Georges Bizet.
Let me see if I have the music.
Green Golly was so excited. This was the first time she'd ever played with anyone.
Here it is. Well, what do we do? How do we start?
I will start. You'll come in when time is right. That was so beautiful. You fill up my heart. Would you go out for a date with me?
That's great. Every time I hear it, And, you know, I know the whole piece from beginning to the end. They do a wonderful approach because they play all of the pieces with the story early in the CD, and then they go and they play them with the story and everything you just heard. But Barbara will play, as she did, say, Bumblebee or other pieces without accompaniment, so the child gets to hear that beautiful melody from the flute. But then in the end of the CD, or the second half of the CD, what happens is that she puts piano accompaniment to it, so the child gets to hear the harmonies now from the piano and combined with the flute. So when the child hears the beginning of the CD without accompaniment, and then the end, the same piece with accompaniment, it goes deeper into the mind. It's just a great approach that you have. And bravo.
Jessica Crash, don't forget her.
Thank you.
Great pianist and composer.
Right.
Is on the CD.
Is on the CD as
Right.
she is the accompanying pianist. Right.
Right.
And you met her at Juilliard.
I did.
Yes, you did. We'll talk more about that. Absolutely. Great. Well, let's get more into your music. This is fabulous, and that was beautiful. Thank you. Now, TSRQPO.
Cupio.
Oh, Cupio.
Yeah.
What? Come on. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, well, we really haven't talked about this at all. I'm a songwriter.
Yes, sir.
And a storyteller, and one of the pieces we do, other than Green Golly, is called Little Kids, Little Songs. And it's a really wonderful way of getting kids exposed to live theater and music and comedy. And more than that, really reaching even the most timid children and getting them to participate.
Sure, sure.
And this particular song, TSRQPO, is, well, it's self-explanatory. Would you like us to do it?
I would like you very much, it very much, if you did do it.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
I just...
TSRQPO. Now, what could that possibly mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but we're
going to have to see.
We're about to find out.
Okay.
Let me make sure I'm putting on this new, this is a new capo. We'll see how capable a capo it is. Ready? I mean, the basic thing is, my life, I'm very, my life is boring, isn't it?
It is.
I do the same thing.
You've got to change.
I do, I do.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
What should he do?
What should I do?
What should he do?
I wonder. I don't know either.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'll start the day when the moon comes up and sleep when the sky is blue. I'll do the things I've never done and not what I always do. I'll eat my soup from the bottom of the bowl and put my shoes on first. I'll walk to the bathroom backwards and I'll do my alphabet reverse. Okay, here goes. Okay. Alphabet backwards. Here goes. Right up. I can do this. Okay, here goes. Alphabet backwards.
Alphabet backwards. Alphabet backwards.
There goes. Z, Y, X. W, V, U. T, S, R, Cupio! NML, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, D. What?
Hey!
Oh! Wow! Give me some applause!
Yeah,
Come on!
that was so good.
Oh! You know what else I'm gonna do? I'll start a book from the very last page. I'll read it out of order. I'll drink some mouthwash with my lunch and brush with soda water. I'll build a snowman in July if I can find some snow. I'll make up stories out of all the things that I do not know.
was really good.
Thanks.
Okay, here goes. Ready?
Okay, okay.
Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, B, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Ooh, I'll hang from the limb of a tree by my knees and the world will be upside down. And when I see you smiling, it'll be a very weird, very odd, very strange, very funny frown. I'll start my day when the moon comes up and sleep when the sky is blue. I'll do the things I've never done and not what I always do. I'll eat my soup from the bottom of the bowl and put my shoes on first. I'll walk to the bathroom backwards and I'll do my alphabet reversed. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, B, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, B, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, B, O, N, M, L, K, J, Y, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A.
That was great. That was great. Great.
Wow.
Well, we're rounding the program up now. We're getting toward the end. I want to give you a very special compliment in terms of the beauty of that song, great performance, excellent writing and performing. You have another song, What Did I Do Wrong, that for me, Keith and Barbara, precedes what children's television is doing or has been doing as compared to children's lit. Children's literature has dealt with serious issues with children. I've got two mommies, whatever. You know, it's not that that's serious, but it's unusual, you know, uncommon. But children's television up to now has been basically a lot of, you know, like Barbie and G.I. Joe and business like that. You reached to children with this song, speaking of important, serious subjects. Would you please sing that for us? You did this long before this new development in children's TV now where they're addressing serious issues. Could you do this? And then we'll be pretty much finished after that.
Okay. Hopefully I'll remember it.
Oh boy.
Okay, here goes.
How did I make Daddy go? What did I do wrong? When did he stop loving me? And how could he leave home? How could I be better? And how could I be strong? I am really sorry, Daddy. Why did you leave home? And when are you coming back? Will you be here soon? I would like to know. And when will we have a home with a family? How I miss you so. Was it that I flunked in school? I know I'm not that bright. If I pass arithmetic, will you still spend the night? I will study very hard. I won't get any D's. I am really sorry, Daddy. Really, truly, please.
Thank you, Keith. So beautiful. So often children think it's their fault when something's happening like that. we're almost finished. We need to know how you met. We know that you perform in performing arts centers and theaters and museums and schools around the country. But quickly, how did you meet? And then there is one other subject, very, very, very shortly, the matter of immigrants who become immigrants.
Well, you know, we met and we were both doing very different things. I was doing lots of contemporary music, working with lots of composers, and I was teaching at a college. And Keith was working, writing music for children, and he had a trio. And we met almost 8 years ago, 7.5 years ago, through some wonderful friends. And it was a perfect match because I was really feeling like it was time to leave what I was doing and go back and try to address the matter of audience and children and the next generation coming up, to get them excited about music. And before that, I had been working a lot with interdisciplinary and new media pieces. And so one of the pieces that we do that is for older kids, for high school, and combines my past and my future and what we're doing together, and the perfect storm of us is a piece called Now We Can Sing.
Yes.
And what Now We Can Sing does is it focuses on the universal American experience of immigration through the specific experience of Jews in pre-World War II Germany, artists, musicians, who were banned from playing music like Bach and Beethoven, music by German composers.
People are uncomfortable with other people's ways. They want the other guy to be like them. And if they cannot change the other guy, they want to hurt them or send them very, very far away. What do you do when you want to be yourself? What do you do? Do you hide? Do you make believe you're happy and that you don't really count? Do you wear a pretty face, a little lie? Lie, 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 lie. You stand for freedom, you stand for life, you stand for doing what is right and never backing down, living an ideal and doing what you feel your fathers taught you when they fought the fight. You stand for freedom, you stand for life, you stand for doing what is right and never backing down, living an ideal and doing what you feel your fathers taught you when they fought the fight.